Here are your top 10 things to do in St. George, Utah in the winter. Snow Canyon number 1. Snow Canyon is magical. Make sure you head up there. You're gonna find the world's largest sandbox, and if you have kids, you know this is going to be one of the hottest, most popular times of the whole trip. Now, don't worry. The sand. I know what you're thinking. Mud buckets, sand, red sand, everything stained. Guys, it's not. It's like this beautiful powdery substance where the kids just get to roll in it and it like falls right off. We didn't have any issues with tracking sand. It really feels like powdered sugar. It's like a red powdered sugar, but it doesn't stain at all. We buried the kids. We threw the kids around, we twirled in it, we threw it up in the air. Then after you get them really tired, time for photos. Beautiful background. They were excited, had a lot of energy, and we had some really good photos up there. All right, number 3, the Petrified Dunes. This is like walking on Mars. Of course, I don't know what actually Mars looks like because I've never been there. But they all say it's like walking on Mars up there. It's like these lumps of rocks that are, you just run and jump and play. And the background, you've got the white mountains and the red mountains and purple mountains, this beautiful contrast. But here's a caution which leads you to number 4. They have a very efficient ER. I hope you get to skip this one. The rocks are a little bit slippery, and as you can see, we had a bit of a tragedy. My superhero husband wrapped up my little girl's arm, little hairline fracture, and she ended up okay. She actually got a pink cast and was pretty proud about that. Number 5, visiting the LDS temple. This place, we went on a Sunday and it was quiet, it was peaceful. The kids had all their energy out from the day before, and it really was a beautiful time to go and visit the temple. We got to learn about the church more. And then after, we went to the Tabernacle'ish, and I put ish on there because we didn't go in the tabernacle. We just went to the ginormous splash pad water area right next to it. I've been down to St. George so many times and didn't even know about this place. Take off your shoes, run around, super fun. Number 7, the Brigham Young Summer Home. All right, I know what you're thinking, history tour, kids are gonna be bored out of their mind. My kids said this was their favorite spot was the Brigham Young Winter Home. It was pretty fascinating. Number 8, the Red Hills Garden Desert. This area, it was really cool. The kids, of course, got to get their energy out once again. We are always looking for that type of stuff to let them run. But they got to learn and see the different plants and the different environment that St. George has to offer. They had swings that they could sit on when they got tired, which was very rare. They had rocks they could jump across. They had cactuses that looked like Mickey Mouse with a third ear. They got to touch things, they got to explore, and it was awesome. Number 9, hike the Red Rock. Up in Pioneer Park, look for Pioneer Park. This is where we went, and it was a dream come true. Like, look at that, it's like Goblin Valley. If you've ever seen Labyrinth, it kind of reminds me of that. And then you get to look over the entire valley, the sun shining on you. Now remember, it's January. In June, you're gonna have a totally different experience. We got to wear our jackets, and it was perfect weather. And you can see my little guy, he's actually hiking in winter boots because we had just come down from the snow, but it didn't bother him at all. Your husband can pretend to put your kids off the rock. It really was a nice bonding, fun experience for our family. We got to help each other up when we got stuck. We got to laugh. The girls got to hold hands, which that was a totally posed picture because you know how teenagers are. The husband could get cool selfies, and you can see that we just had a fun time being there with each other and just laughing and creating those memories that don't have anything to do with technology. All right, and then the last one, Cottonwood Cove Park. We did this on the last day. on our drive home just in the morning, and we got our wiggles out. This trip was so active. We were constantly going. The kids slept so hard at night. And I feel like we bonded as a family because we weren't on our phones. We weren't on our weren't watching movies. We really just got to be together and just laugh and giggle. And this park, seriously, super cool. It had so many gizmos and gadgets. Look at Davis's face. He was just beaming with excitement because he hadn't seen these play toys where we live. There was rock climbing walls. I would highly recommend St. George, Utah for your next family adventure.